Imagine being robbed off a Ballon d'Or due to a global pandemic. That's right, COVID-19 prevented this player from winning the most sought-after individual award in world football. But the streets will never forget that he was one of the most lethal strikers in modern football. Today, we ask the burning question: how good was prime Robert Lewandowski? Robert Lewandowski, a name that strikes fear into the hearts of defenders and sends shivers down the spines of goalkeepers. This Polish powerhouse has been terrorising defences for over a decade. But just how good was he at his absolute peak? Born on August 21st, 1988 in Warsaw, Poland, Lewandowski's journey to football stardom is nothing short of remarkable. From humble beginnings to becoming one of the most prolific strikers in the world, his career has been a masterclass in consistency, determination, and pure goal-scoring brilliance. But what makes Lewandowski truly special? Is it his uncanny ability to find the back of the net from impossible angles? His aerial prowess that defies gravity? Or perhaps it's his work ethic that would make even the most dedicated fitness fanatics blush? Let's dive in and find out. Our story begins in the streets of Warsaw, where a young Robert Lewandowski first fell in love with the beautiful game. But it wasn't all smooth sailing for our future goal machine. In fact, Lewandowski's early career was more of a roller coaster than a direct flight to stardom. As a teenager, Lewandowski was actually released by Legia Warsaw for being too weak. Can you imagine? The club's loss would soon become the football world's gain. But Lewandowski, ever the fighter, didn't let this setback crush his dreams. Instead, he used it as fuel to prove his doubters wrong. Enter Znesk Pruszków, the club that would give Lewandowski his big break. In 2006, at the tender age of 18, he signed his first professional contract. And boy, did he make the most of it. In the 2007 to 2008 season, Lewandowski exploded onto the scene, netting an impressive 21 goals in 34 matches. Talk about a breakthrough. But as fate would have it, Lewandowski's talents couldn't be contained within Poland's borders for long. The big leagues were calling, and in 2010, he answered that call with a move that would change the course of his career forever. Borussia Dortmund came calling, and our Polish prodigy was off to the Bundesliga. But little did he know that this move would be the catalyst for his transformation into a world-class striker. Enter Jurgen Klopp, the charismatic German manager with a penchant for heavy metal football. Under Klopp's guidance, Lewandowski went from promising talent to a complete goal-scoring machine. It wasn't always easy though. In his first season, Lewandowski struggled to adapt, scoring just 8 league goals in 33 appearances. But Klopp saw something special in the young Pole. He persisted with Lewandowski, moulding him into the perfect striker for his high-intensity pressing system. The result? A staggering 94 goals in 144 appearances over the next 3 seasons. Talk about a glow-up. The Bundesliga had seen its fair share of talented strikers, but Lewandowski was something different. He wasn't just a goal poacher or a target man, he was the complete package, a striker who could do it all. And the best part, he was just getting started. Now, let's talk about silverware, because what's the point of scoring goals if you're not winning trophies, right? Well, Lewandowski certainly delivered on that front during his time at Dortmund. In the 2010-11 season, Lewandowski played a crucial role in Dortmund's Bundesliga title win. But it wasn't just any old title win. Oh no, this was Dortmund's first league trophy in 9 years. But Lewandowski wasn't content with just domestic success. He had his sights set on European glory. In the 2012-13 season, he spearheaded Dortmund's incredible run to the Champions League final. Along the way, he scored 4 goals in a single match against Real Madrid in the semi-finals. 4 goals against Real Madrid in a Champions League semi-final. If that doesn't scream world-class, I don't know what does. After his heroics at Dortmund, it was only a matter of time before one of Europe's super clubs came calling. In 2014, that club was Bayern Munich. But even for a player of Lewandowski's caliber, moving to a new team isn't always smooth sailing. At first, Lewandowski struggled to adapt to Bayern's style of play. The team was used to playing with a different type of striker, and Lewandowski found himself having to adjust his game. But if there's one thing we know about Lewandowski, it's that he never backs down from a challenge. Slowly but surely, Lewandowski began to find his feet at Bayern. He worked tirelessly to integrate himself into the team's tactics, and his efforts paid off. By the end of his first season, he had scored 25 goals in all competitions. Not bad for an adaptation period, eh? Now, for mere mortals, that would be a career-defining season, but for Lewandowski, it was just a warm-up. Bayern had signed a striker, but what they got was a goal-scoring machine with an insatiable appetite for finding the back of the net. Under the watchful eye of Pep Guardiola at Bayern Munich, Lewandowski's game reached new heights. Among the many highlights of Lewandowski's career, one performance stands out like a supernova in the night sky. On the 22nd of September 2015, Lewandowski didn't just beat Wolfsburg, he absolutely demolished them, scoring 5 goals in a mind-bending 9 minutes. This performance wasn't just remarkable, it was the stuff of legend. It was the kind of feat that gets talked about in hushed tones in pubs and playgrounds for generations to come. In 9 minutes, Lewandowski didn't just win the game, he etched his name into football folklore. But individual brilliance is one thing, winning trophies is another. And in the 2019-20 season, Lewandowski led Bayern Munich to the coveted treble: Bundesliga, DFB Pokal, and Champions League. It was the perfect storm of individual excellence and team success, cementing Lewandowski's status as one of the greatest strikers of all time. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the prime season of Lewandowski's career, the 2019-20 season. If you thought Lewandowski was good before, this season he went full goal-scoring machine. Let's start with the numbers, shall we? 55 goals in 47 matches. Let that sink in for a moment. That's more goals than most strikers score in 2 or 3 seasons combined, but Lewandowski did it in just 1. And he didn't just score against the lesser teams. He was finding the net against the biggest teams in Europe, in the most crucial moments. But just when he thought Lewandowski couldn't possibly top his 2019-20 season, he goes and does something even more incredible. In the 2020-21 season, Lewandowski set his sight on a record that many thought was untouchable: Gerd Muller's single-season Bundesliga goal record of 40 goals. For decades, Muller's record stood as a testament to his incredible goal-scoring prowess. Many great strikers had come and gone, but none had managed to surpass the 40-goal mark. With a combination of ruthless efficiency and sheer determination, Lewandowski chased down Muller's record, and in the final minute of the final game of the season, he did it. 41 goals in 29 matches, a new Bundesliga record, and another chapter in the legend of Robert Lewandowski. Despite his heroics, Lewandowski found himself at the centre of controversy in 2020 and 2021. The Ballon d'Or, football's most prestigious individual award, seemed to be within his grasp, but fate and a global pandemic had other ideas. In 2020, the award was cancelled due to the COVID-19 pandemic, denying Lewandowski the recognition many felt he deserved. In 2021, he finished second to Lionel Messi in a decision that sparked heated debate across the world of football. But true to his character, Lewandowski took these setbacks in stride. He let his football do the talking, continuing to score goals at an astonishing rate. So, what makes Lewandowski such a lethal striker? Is it some sort of Polish witchcraft? Well, not quite. It's actually a combination of incredible technical abilities and a unique playing style. First, let's talk about his finishing. Lewandowski can score with either foot, his head, or pretty much any part of his body that's legal in football. His shot power is enough to make goalkeepers consider early retirement, but he's equally capable of delicate chips and precise place shots. But it's not just about finishing. Lewandowski's movement off the ball is like poetry in motion. He has an uncanny ability to find space in the most crowded penalty areas, often leaving defenders scratching their heads. Now you might be thinking, surely a player can't maintain this level of performance for so long without some sort of superhuman abilities. Well, you're not entirely wrong. Lewandowski's physical attributes and fitness regime are indeed borderline superhuman. At 6'1", Lewandowski has the perfect blend of height and agility. He's strong enough to hold off defenders, but quick enough to burst past them. And his leaping ability? Let's just say he could give some NBA players a run for their money. But these physical gifts aren't just genetic luck. Lewandowski works tirelessly to maintain his fitness. His training regime includes a mix of strength training, cardio exercises, and flexibility work. He's also known for his strict diet and sleep schedule. One of the most impressive aspects of Lewandowski's career is his incredible consistency. We're not talking about a one-season wonder here. This is a man who's been banging in goals for fun, season after season, competition after competition. In the Bundesliga alone, Lewandowski has scored over 30 goals in a season 5 times in his career. Let's not forget his exploits in the Champions League, where he's consistently among the top scorers. Whether it's a crucial league match or a high-stakes European night, you can always count on Lewandowski to deliver. But perhaps the most mind-boggling stat is this. Lewandowski scored 40-plus goals across all competitions in 7 consecutive seasons with Bayern Munich from 2015 to 2022. Now, great players show up in big games, and Lewandowski is no exception. Throughout his career, he's delivered numerous standout performances where it mattered most. Remember that Champions League quarter-final against Barcelona in 2020? Lewandowski didn't just score, he orchestrated a complete demolition of one of Europe's top teams. He scored once and assisted once in Bayern's 8-2 victory. It was a performance that had football fans around the world picking their jaws up off the floor. With performances like these, it's no surprise that Lewandowski has a trophy cabinet that would make most museums jealous. During his prime years, he's racked up an impressive array of individual awards and accolades. He's been named Bundesliga Player of the Year multiple times, a testament to his dominance in Germany's top flight. In the Champions League, he's won the top scorer award in the 2019-20 season, proving his ability to perform at the highest level of European football. But perhaps his crowning individual achievement came in 2020 when he was named UEFA Men's Player of the Year and FIFA Men's Player of the Year. These awards recognise not just his goal-scoring prowess, but his overall contribution to the game. While Lewandowski's club achievements are impressive enough, his impact on the Polish national team is nothing short of revolutionary. He's not just Poland's all-time top scorer, he was the beating heart of the team. Lewandowski's goals have been instrumental in helping Poland qualify for major tournaments. His performances at Euro 2016 and the 2018 World Cup show that he could replicate his club form on the international stage. Now, we can't talk about Lewandowski without addressing the elephant in the room. How does he compare to other elite strikers of his generation? We're talking about the likes of Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Luis Suarez. In terms of pure goal-scoring numbers, Lewandowski can certainly hold his own. His goal-per-game ratio is right up there with the best of them during his peak years. But what sets Lewandowski apart is his style of play. While Messi and Ronaldo are more all-round attackers, Lewandowski is the quintessential number 9. He's the focal point of the attack, the target man, the goal poacher. In many ways, he's kept alive the art of the traditional centre-forward in an era of false nines and fluid front threes. Speaking of the art of the centre-forward, Lewandowski's influence on modern striker play cannot be overstated. He's not just a great player, he's a trendsetter. Lewandowski's ability to combine traditional centre-forward skills with modern tactical awareness has redefined the role. He's shown that strikers can be more than just goal scorers. They can be the first line of defence, pressing opponents and winning back possession high up the pitch. His movement off the ball, his link-up play, his ability to create space for teammates, these are all aspects of Lewandowski's game that young strikers around the world are trying to emulate. In many ways, he's become the blueprint for the modern complete striker. But it's time to address the big question. Where does he rank among the all-time great strikers? It's a tough question to answer, given the subject nature of such comparisons, but one thing is certain, Lewandowski's name deserves to be mentioned alongside the likes of Gerd Müller, Marco van Basten, and Ronaldo Nazario. His goal-scoring record speaks for itself. His consistency over more than a decade at the highest level is remarkable, and his ability to perform in the biggest games and tournaments puts him in elite company. Prime Robert Lewandowski wasn't just good, he was phenomenal. A goal-scoring machine with the technical skills of a Brazilian, the physical attributes of a Greek god, and the tactical awareness of a chess grandmaster. He may not have the global brand of Messi or Ronaldo, but make no mistake, Robert Lewandowski at his peak was one of the greatest strikers the beautiful game has ever seen. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Lewandowski's prime, hit those like and subscribe buttons.